What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Bert and Burger Podcast. We are on episode 256, baby. We are your cousins, Bert and Burger. I'm Burger. The other one's Bert. We're just trying to bring a little bit of the family element to the podcast world. Bert, what's going on? Did I ask? That's literally shit you've done to me before.
Yeah.
In the cousin group chat, what? You're like, asked, and then I go up and reply, like you did right here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough being this smart and handsome. Yeah, I know.
Bitches. Guys, the highlight clip's done.
It is. Yeah, I just stealth uploaded it and told nobody. Yeah, I wanted to... I don't even know what I wanted to... I wanted it off my fucking computer is what.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately once it was done, I fucking uploaded it and I'm like, I'm tired of this shit. I was gonna schedule it, but I'm like, any more day... Like, it's one of those when you're late to work, it's like, well, fuck, I'm already late. Might as well go get donuts or something. But also at the same time, it's like, fuck, I'm also like I don't think like that late. At all. Yeah, that's what I think my parents said, because they don't like me driving like a crazy person, like speeding to try and get to work. They're like, fuck, you're already late. I mean, you can't get much worse. I mean, it can, 10 minutes late versus 2 hours late.
Every second you're late, it gets worse.
Yeah.
So
I think
literally
that must just be a stupid
every second
saying. Yeah. But yeah, no.
I mean,
I just felt the pressure.
It's not a stupid saying. There's a lot of logic behind it. It's just not used correctly there.
Yeah, there's definitely degrees of severity of it. It's not just like, you are late. Yeah, okay. Technically late 0.1 second after, but most people don't give a fuck 2.1 second after. They give a fuck about 20 minutes late, an hour late. Yeah,
it definitely gets worse. Shit, you're already 20 minutes late. Might as well show up 3 hours late at that point.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, might as well not show up. Yeah. Just go in, clock out, go home.
That's literally better at that point. Better late than never. Don't know about that.
Yeah.
Don't know about that one, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah.
So, it's up. It's on Spotify now, so you guys should be able to see it.
It is. Very hype. Very, very hype. Felt good to throw that one.
So that is up. We will begin working on the next one here, because this is 256. So
actually, yeah, we can go back to the first one.
Yeah, and listen to 251 through 255 to make sure that... I mean... He got it out a little late, but this is a couple of weeks past what we normally like.
Instead of months or
which
years.
I'll take it. Yeah, literally decades.
I don't remember the most egregious one. What would it be, 25?
It was bad. It was like I think it was like 75 through like 125 or something. Or it was...
I had to like upload
175 to 205. Yeah. Like you literally finished one and then we had to start the next one right away. It was absolutely fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm thinking this one, I almost kind of want it to be a little bit shorter and then just have like nicer clips in it. This one was definitely like I literally had every other one had an edit, every other clip. But
yeah. Well, this one was honestly one of our shorter ones, too. Wasn't it like 18 minutes or something?
Yeah. I don't know if that's shorter.
Where the other ones are usually pushing like 20. Didn't we have some that were over 20?
We had some that were like 14. I think we had like a 14, a 15, but I think there's somewhere between the 15 and 20 is the target.
Yeah, that's all we're shooting for.
I think so, yeah.
At this point, so...
It was 19, and then at the end, I kind of trimmed some more shit. So, like, fucking not funny enough. Bye-bye.
Well, still wasn't funny.
Yeah, funny, but,
because,
diff.
Yeah, we were still not anything. So, yeah,
Okay.
It is up on Spotify. Make sure you all check it out, the highlight clip, and we'll begin working on the next one, and hopefully... stay on top of it as well.
Hell yeah.
So, speaking of Spotify.
Oh, fuck.
It's that time of the year again. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Spotify Wrapped, where B&B, Bert and Burger, just share what our Spotify Wrapped is of the upcoming year. So, Spotify Wrapped is this thing that Spotify does for its premium users every single year, where it just kind of gives you some stats of what you listen to throughout the last a good chunk of the year, I suppose, and gives you some interesting stats about it. So we're going to go ahead and talk about it today. Bert, you can go ahead and start us off. Before we get into too much details with it, what do you think of yours?
I've heard, okay, so I heard some complaints about it being
So I asked,
different.
what did you think, not what you heard.
Yeah,
Holy
I
submissive. Holy like watching your wife get paid.
Yeah. I was going to say that and then agree with it or disagree with it, but I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, I've heard it's terrible.
Yeah, I was just looking back at it and I'm like,
Somewhere I heard that they used AI this year. They cut like all the people that would make these things and then just used AI, which I'm not sure if is entirely true, but
yeah.
It was not as fun as it used to be, and I don't think it's accurate either.
No.
No. And I've heard a lot of people say that as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I listened to this song that much.
Oh, honestly, I had one where, I mean, I don't know if I totally believe it. I had somebody sneak out to my number 2 position, and I started listening to them in December. Okay, not December. A month ago. Like, how the fuck is that even possible?
Well, my number 1 song is the exact song that I had last year.
You're fucking
and I don't think it's that. I really don't.
Huh.
Yeah. And I've had a lot of people do that too. I remember some girl that I went to college with was an Elvis fan, and she posted hers, and I said, "What the hell? You don't have Elvis this year?" And she's like, "I know. Honestly, I'm quite disappointed with it. I don't think I listened to his songs that much." And I've heard that across a lot of people talking about their rap. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Good shit. I feel like my numbers are always pretty comparable. So yeah, starting from the top of their shit that they're tracking, I listened to Spotify for 50,438 minutes this year.
Nice.
Which is so much. It's so much. Puts me in the top 5% of listeners.
If that's all you're...
Huh?
If you're going to just say stupid shit, you can just skip over it.
I'm just trying to be funny because I know yours is like 12x. Unless you change it up. Whatever. We're going to get to yours later. But whatever. I'm in the top 5% of listeners worldwide for Spotify.
And out.
Yeah. My biggest listening day was January 23rd with 731 minutes. I don't know what the math on that is, but that's over 10 hours. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's like 12 hours.
10 hours.
The fuck does that make sense?
You must have just had it on in the background while you went up and ate dinner with Pops or something.
I had to have. 23rd's crazy. Oh, I think that might have been like a fucking 16-hour flight day, and I was literally just listening to music the whole time. That could have been. That was probably around that time. I don't know, but I played 4,443 songs this year. Fucking one song shy. 4,444. That would have been kind of sweet. What the fuck? Then they go right into your most played song, which mine was Rain by Sleep Token. I was in the top 0.05% of listeners globally. Pretty neat, pretty neat. I streamed it 78 times starting on January 1st. It's kind of silly. Started on the 1st. That's neat. This is like a band I was starting to get into too around that time, which is neat. Well, it's not a competition. There is a leaderboard. Let's see. My top songs.
That's literally a competition.
Huh?
That's like by definition a competition.
Tool. Thanks, Spotify. Thanks, AI.
It's not a competition, but there's a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Tool. Fucking robots, man.
Probably us.
But yes, my top 5 songs. I have Rain from Sleep Token, Anomaly by Icy Stars, Aqua Regia by Sleep Token, and Granite by Sleep Token. And Way Down We Go by Callio. I think you know Callio. I doubt you know the other 4, but
I know that song, Bert.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. Let's see. I've changed, and so is my listening. Let's look at your 2024 music evolution.
Let's not.
December. Oh, January? Yeah, this is a weird one. This is one of the things they added in. Pretty sure this was not a thing before. This one, January was your mall goth rock out metalcore phase. Mall goth, don't know what that means, but I think that's like...
Yeah, wait till you hear mine.
That's like... Yeah.
That's fucking
Emo teen angst shit.
the hell's the name of that place? Hot Topic.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
vibes.
it's basically Hot Topic. And then July must have been when we were streaming a lot because it's chill beats lo-fi season. Don't listen to that kind of music, so it must have literally just been from that.
Numbers aren't on your site there, Birdie.
I know. I'm like, what the hell? And then it lists like the top 3 in that playlist. I'm like, cool, whatever. That's fucking my playlist up. Just like you didn't want Trailer Park Boys being your fucking
literally
your podcast rap.
That ended booby time. I said nope.
Yep.
I ain't about to have that shit.
Nope. And November was Cyberpunk Shonen Dark Trap Moment, which is
Started playing that game.
yeah. I saw that.
Yeah. Hated it. Wow, did I hate that
It's
game.
like Skyrim, but futuristic. Feels the
Yep,
same too.
it is way too RPG for me.
Yeah.
Nope, not interested.
It's crazy.
I just like playing with dongs, and then I started walking around, and the game was super buggy, and the controls were not good, and I'm like, there was so much reading and shit.
Yeah, that kind of needs to
And-
be played on the computer.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm not reading it on the computer anyways, but yes,
But yeah.
Cyberpunk.
But yeah, Cyberpunk Shonen Dark Trap Moment, which is basically just like fucking anime cringe, which is cool. Suicide Boys, Harper, and Do Not Resurrect. What the fuck is this? What's next? I listened to 2,837 artists. One had a special place in your heart and ears. Aww.
And ass.
And my ass. Sleep Token was your top artist of this year. Your longest listening streak was 10 days. That doesn't seem right, but sure. Your top 2% fan and you spent 3,876 minutes together. You're an overachiever. Just keep in mind, all my numbers are going to be vastly different for burgers. All right, let's see what else we got. Who else got a lot of play this year? Big reveal. Okay, so from 1 to 5, I have Sleep Token, Suicide Boys. Didn't start listening to them until literally a month ago, so that's cool. Somehow got number 2, neat. And then number 3 is Bill Murray, 4 is Callio, and 5 is Harper.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Yeah. That's his name. It's stupid. It's a meme. He's like a fucking memer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. He looks like me, and he does like cowboy. Oh, he's been whatever. He just made a cowboy album, but he does like fucking weird, edgy music. It's fucking dumb. His name's Bill Murray. He's a fucking dork. All right, what's next? Next we got. Looks like we have company. What the fuck does that mean? Cool. It's a whole bunch of neat visuals. Oh, and then it does your shout out.
I appreciate you.
Cool.
Bless you.
Fuck you, pussy.
God bless. Papa bless.
Get off the screen.
Yeah. That's a Bill Murray dude who somehow got demoted from 2nd place to 3rd, so that's neat. Thanks for coming along on the ride. Yeah, this feels way fucking shorter than the years in the past, but...
Yeah, shorter and not so accurate.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's the whole thing. And then at the end, it shows you a couple different things. It shows your top artists, top songs, minutes listened. That's what I got.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything worth commenting on?
People who've been in my top artist for the last, since Spotify's been around, aren't even in my top 5 anymore, which is kind of interesting. Top songs, I kind of figured these guys were going to take over. I've been listening to them a shit ton, but the Sleep Token fellas. But my taste has I guess, shifted up a little bit. So that's kind of interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have too much to say about your shitty music, so...
Yeah, no, I tell that. Whenever people meet me and whatever, I've been getting asked, what kind of music do you listen to lately? I just say it's bad. I don't even elaborate. I listen to bad music. They're like, what do you mean you listen to bad music? I'm like, you're not going to like it. I don't even want to say it. It's bad music.
Yeah, that's probably one of the worst things you can say.
Yeah.
Because it's always going to have some kind of follow-up.
It does.
What do you mean? And when you don't listen to... when people... Like satanic... Like,
yeah,
you listen to like occult shit? Like, what do you mean bad?
It's just bad music. And then I'll say just like edgy.
Yeah, no,
cringe
that's
music.
probably one of the worst ways to describe it because it's gonna allow people to want to follow up and make you talk about it more, which is what you're trying to avoid.
I mean, I'm
and
kind of
secondly, they're going to think of the wrong kind of bad. You're not trying to paint yourself in that kind of picture.
Nah, I end up painting myself in the picture more often than I probably realized. But yeah.
All you got to do is say you listen to like punk rock.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, true.
What's so bad about that? Why do you make it more complicated?
Because
Now
people
you're
talk a
like
lot
the
of shit
guy in
on
the
it.
trench coat at the
Yeah.
fucking party, like
yeah,
this mysterious creep.
yeah. yeah.
I listen to bad music.
Shitty music.
Oh, okay.
I think I would normally call it shitty music, but
It's not that either, though. It's just incorrect in every way you describe it.
yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to have my heart broken. I remember sending you songs before and you didn't like them, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to kill myself. So I just take too much opinion on other people's opinions. So it's just easier to keep people out of it. So
You're not trying to make them like it. They're just
No.
asking you, what music do you like?
yeah, yeah. But I also listen.
It's
to like
not like you're having
everything,
a
so it's like,
conversation. Yeah, that's all you got to say. You're like, I just listen to everything. I think my favorites right now are kind of like the punky, rocky stuff. But other than that, it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Depending on the mood I'm in, depending on the day of the week. And that's about it. No one's going to jump into it too much deeper than that. Now you're drawing more attention on it when you're trying to do quite the opposite of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So
Yes,
my
those are rad.
Spotify Wrapped is wrong.
I'm curious to see how
I just don't.
This is true.
It's just yeah. Let's just hop right into it.
Yeah.
Ouch. It's like we have the information right here.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to
Um,
explain it. You're like, it's right here, but
Mm-hmm. Life moves fast. Luckily, we took notes, baby. You listened to 57,092 minutes this year. That puts you in the top 4% of listeners worldwide.
so you listen to like 3,000 more minutes than me. Cool.
And not too much.
Not
Not too
bad.
bad.
So you're not just listening to
Your
it on
biggest
repeat.
listening day was June 5th with 472 minutes. It's the day before my birthday.
Yo.
Where did you find the time? Interesting.
Wow.
It seems kind of like a dig. Damn.
Yeah.
You played 2,717 songs this year and one song again and again and again and again. And it is, your top song was I Don't Think We Can Be Friends by Boy with Uke. You were in the top 0.01% of listeners globally.
I thought you dumped him.
You're you streamed it 102 times starting on January 1st.
Holy shit. Okay.
Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, hang on. This song is in a lot of playlists. So this is in like my running playlist.
Okay.
This is in
coming out.
my Boy with You playlist. This is in my like favorites playlist that I listen to all the time when I don't know what to listen to. I just put on my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of reminds me of like when my workout music was in my top 5 every year because I worked out 3 times a week or more. So every time I worked out, I would always play that playlist.
Yeah.
So while I did listen to a lot of other stuff, I consistently listened to the same stuff over and over again for the workout. So
Yeah.
I just don't think this one's my most popular, but fuck, if I listen to it 102 goddamn times, that's kind of bad.
Yeah. That's
Commitment
25.
never sounded so
Yeah,
good.
that's 25 more times than I listen to my most.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You said I broke up with him.
Uh-huh. I thought you did.
Yeah, well, that was towards the end of the year. But I finally figured out what it is that I don't like about him.
Okay.
He's literally a bratty teenager.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the emo teenage kid that just wants to kill himself all the time.
Uh-huh.
Like ever since he turned the mask off and threw it away, he just kind of turned into a little crybaby,
Bitch. Yeah.
bad attitude teenager. Yeah, that's what I don't like about him. Oh, what does my day look like? I don't know. I just kind of get up and eat some oatmeal and go back to sleep. Just don't really do anything with my day. Oh,
That's insane.
you went from this cute little guy in these pajamas playing these cute little tunes and all of that with this vibe to actually this just bad teenager,
Uh-huh.
bad attitude teenager vibe. It's kind of like that Zach Galifianakis interview with Justin Bieber where he really wants to like punish Justin Bieber for being a bratty teenager.
Yeah.
And he like pulls off his belt and starts hitting the chair with it. He's like, I'm going to do something your father should have done.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it is. He just turned into like a bratty little teenager. And he's not. He's like 23 or something. So we'll see how his music turns out I told my fiance, I'm like, I think I'm just going to stop following him on social media and just listen to his music, because when I watch him now on TikTok and Instagram and stuff, he's like, kind of posts like, he kind of talks like my sister does.
Yeah. Yeah, that's best to keep separated. I like that approach. Yeah. You probably
put the mask back on, please.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. He said he didn't want to keep that up anymore, and I get it, and I was supportive of it, but now I'm like, I'm still supportive of it. Do whatever you want. I just don't want to follow no more. Same thing with the New Heights podcast. I don't listen to them anymore. I haven't listened to them in months.
Mm-hmm.
They just got too big for me. It was cool when it was this down-to-earth brother with a superstar brother, and they would talk and banter and go back and forth, and then it was exciting when Jason would get some cool opportunities and all of that stuff, and that was football talk, but then Jason retired, so now it was more of the television topic, and then they got their own fucking cereal, and now Jason Kelsey's all into broadcasting now, and now he's got his own fucking like TV show, and I'm like, holy
That's
shit,
crazy.
This cute little ma and pa fucking podcast now is up there in like top 5 on the planet. Like,
yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Damn.
They had the recipe
The
down.
thing
They
that-
fucking blew that shit up.
Yeah, and good for them. That's another thing. Like, I want to make clear with Boy with Uke and the Kelseys, like, they give 2 fucks about my opinion, but still.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to give it regardless.
Yeah, still, it's more about me. It's not that I'm not happy for them, and I'm happy the Kelsey's brothers are taking off, especially Jason. About time he got in the limelight like his brother, but that's not what I watched the show for.
No.
It really wasn't. And what I liked about it isn't there anymore. Same thing with Boy with Uke. What I like about him isn't there anymore. So, and at the end of the day, it's like, guys, go do your own thing. I just don't like it anymore. It's kind of like how I grew out of Pokemon. Like, it's just not my fucking thing no more.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day.
It's for somebody, but I'm
well, it's not a... Yeah, seriously. Well, it's not a competition. There is a leaderboard. I still hate that.
That's so cool.
Not a competition, but here's your top 5. Oh, so for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Cool. So this is what I'm talking about here. So I don't think we can be friends is number 1, and it's not called that. It's IDTWCBF.
Yeah.
By Boy with Uke. Understand by Boy with Uke.
Okay.
Stepping Out of Line, Elvis versus Mancox. That's an Elvis remix that is in my workout playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Blurry Nights by Boy with Uke.
Oh boy. Okay.
And number 5 is Any Way You Want Me by Elvis. That one should not fucking be there.
No.
That is a song that literally has 2 instruments in it. It's from like the 1950s when he was like still really getting going.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a really, really slow love song. That's it. This, I don't know. I don't want to shit on it, but this is almost like the Cucumber song being in my top 5. Like,
fuck.
I don't understand why that Elvis song is in there. That one specifically.
They don't say it's most listened. What does the header say? Is it most listened?
Your top songs.
So I wonder if it's just like the one you went back to. I wonder if there's different, there's different things being looked for there. Or maybe it is just
Well,
the
right
number.
before it says you listened to your top song so many times, and then it shows you the top 5. So
Okay,
I'm assuming
so it's gotta be...
it is the amount of times you listen to. Maybe this is the most you've listened from start to beginning. I don't understand why that one is in there. It's not even the top song of my playlist in like alphabetical order. Like there's a different one that's at the top where you're like, I want to listen to my Elvis playlist. So I click on the playlist, the top song, and then shuffle throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just very fucking confused why that one is in the top 5. I cannot fucking believe it. I also don't believe those Blurry Nights. I have no idea why that's a big one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just I'm with everybody that says they're not so sure.
Accurate.
Those are accurate.
It's like, listen, I was there for it. This don't seem right.
Yeah. I don't know. You spent 3,710 minutes listening to podcasts this year. Way to quench that thirst for knowledge. Your top
Nice.
podcast topic was sports. You were in the top 13% of sports listeners worldwide. Your top podcast was New Heights, and then On Fire with Jeff Probst, and then the official podcast at 3. Yeah, it's about right. Nothing too crazy to say there. You've changed, and so has your listening. Let's look at your 2024 music evolution.
Ooh.
In December up to January. Here we go. January was your chill, ukulele, emo rap phase.
Okay.
What a fucking
rap's crazy.
random word generator sentence
That's insane.
there. Chill, ukulele, emo rap phase.
Yeah, that's a crazy matchup or a mash up.
Why can't they have commas in there? That would make way more sense.
Yeah.
Like chill, comma, ukulele, comma, emo, comma, rap phase. And rap phase, like, I started listening to a lot more rap this year.
Same.
And Eminem. Like, so maybe that's where the rap came from. Not sure. Ukulele's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Chill. I don't know where emo came from. Maybe that's like the Eminem stuff.
Oh, it could be that and the Boy with You. I don't know what his music's like, but I mean, I kind of do, but I'm not enough.
Yeah, you do.
It sounds
it's
like-
extremely not emo.
It sounds like his
The
personality.
lyrics might
is
be,
the
but
whole-
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Top artists were Boy with You, Local, and Graham. Then we jump to July, I think it is. Yeah, July. And then this one wasn't as cool. Yeah. Diner Ballroom Rockabilly season.
Rockabilly.
Yeah.
Rockabilly. So silly.
Elvis Presley, the Baseballs, and Elvis versus Span Cox. They're the remix people. Always pisses me off that they separate Elvis versus Span Cox. It's such a fucking pet peeve of mine, which I will be talking about later.
Cock spankers.
But that's okay. September was your academic beach electronic moment, okay?
That's a weird one.
A-Lock, Roof Time, and Vintage Culture. I have no idea who Vintage Culture is.
What the fuck?
You listened to 1,562 artists this year, but one had a special place in your heart and ears. Cool, so you're not special, Bert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had a feeling. I had a hunch.
Yeah. Yeah. Elvis was your top artist of the year. Your longest listening streak was 12 days. Fucking reigning champ
That doesn't.
again.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
How only like what? Whatever.
Yeah. You're a top 0.005% fan,
Yeah.
and you spent 13,617 minutes together.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, that's where the 100x is, or maybe that's 10x. You 10x me on that one. I'm 0.05, I think.
Yeah.
Or no, that was just for the song.
Who else?
I'm a 2% listener. Yep. Yes, that's insane.
Who else got a lot of play this year? So number 1 was Elvis. Number 2 is Boy with Uke. Those are kind of go without saying. Imagine Dragons finally got into the top 5 for me if they haven't. They got up to top 3. My boy Emancipator.
Sweaty.
My electro music that I have on in the background, which actually might be playing right now. Yep, that's Emancipator. It's playing literally as I'm talking.
That's crazy.
And Tepno. Tepno's a band that I've been listening to for a while. And I kind of was like listening to their music and I'm like, holy fuck, I actually kind of really like these guys.
Mhm.
It's been 6 years. I should invest in them a little bit more.
Oh, I remember. Was it? It might have been last year or some other conversation we had, but you were literally talking about that. You're like, fuck, I've seen this name before. Fuck, I think I've seen this name for the last 6 years. Maybe I should look into this.
Yeah, maybe I should look into it. And then I remember going back and seeing songs that I've had that I've listened to forever that were by the same band.
Yeah.
Never noticed that.
Yeah.
When I go back to like my 2017 playlist, 2018 playlist, I think I got Spotify in 2017 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
These dickheads were all in there. And I'm like, hang on a second. I should fucking like make a playlist for them. So I did.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're very chill. Can't really go wrong with them. The only issue with them is sometimes they get too instrumentally.
Uh-huh.
and it's just kind of like Emancipator with some of their stuff, and I'm like, I really don't need new lo-fi
That
music.
thing, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't need new
I already got somebody covering that
tunes for
bass.
that. Yeah, literally, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Emancipator's fine, so.
Yeah.
Then Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons sent me a fucking video,
That must be nice.
which I always find just super disingenuous when they do those.
Uh-huh.
Or when I get an email saying Eminem wants to say thank you.
Uh-huh.
Like, does he?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Does he? Yeah.
Uh,
Huh, sure thing.
Yeah, so that's my Spotify Wrapped.
GG's,
Kind of.
GG's.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's really surprised there for either of us, but
Yeah.
we'll definitely take it. We'll take it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about what has been on previous years that makes it feel more fleshed out, but I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like the stats are not correct. I just don't know how else to say it. Like, I don't think those are my top songs, especially the Elvis one there. I don't know how that got up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
My significant other's top was the Please, Please, Please song by Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have been. I listened to her music a lot with her, and she played that a lot when it first came out, and then that was pretty much it. She's a big Noah Khan fan, so yeah, he didn't get her top spot, so
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a bit weird, and then like I said, I've talked to other peeps, and
I thought the same.
That they kind of agreed with it. So, yeah, Spotify was mid. Speaking of mid, holy fucking 83 points you put up in fantasy, dude. Holy
yeah, isn't that cool?
shit.
I was looking at it. My fucking quarterback, both my wide receivers were out, and my defense scored -2 points. Like, this is fucking awesome.
Wow. You,
what am I supposed to do? It's like my ass is just wide open.
Are better get the fucking suit ordered.
I know. I literally don't even give a fuck. Whatever.
Nice DeAndre Swift putting up 5 points.
Yep. Everything's falling apart.
When you said you wanted to play Will Levis, I was like, interesting. I mean, he did get hurt, but
it was.
Hey, we both could have put in Sam Darnold, who put up 34 points. Cousin Casino told me he really pissed me off. I said, should I put in Russell Wilson or Caleb Williams? I'm trying to really figure out because he's got the matchup. He's got this. Gave him all these stats, and he goes, Jameson Winston.
Nice.
Completely ignored everything that I said.
It's like, you're not paying attention here, are you?
And I'm like, no, why would I put in Winston? He's goated. No, he's ass. He's like, he's going to put up 40 or 2 points for you. And I'm like, not everything is a gamble to everybody, dude. And I don't like to live my life like that.
That's crazy.
Jameson Winston put up 15 points. He went against the #1 fucking defense against quarterbacks. I'm not putting him in there. I wanted to put in Sam Darnold. I really wanted to put in Caleb. I was just feeling it. And Caleb put up 14. So, I mean, I'm okay with it. But
yeah,
he really made me angry because of Casino.
That's funny.
Now he has my headphone case and I'm pissed.
What the fuck?
So,
I'm
going to finger him.
Yeah.
So...
Damn.
Yeah. Kind of ready for the season to be over with. Call it a fucking...
Me too. I'm
call
tired.
It a season.
I'm all done fighting.
At least you didn't finish last in the division.
I didn't?
You're tied for last.
Yeah.
You have more points than the other guy by less than 10.
I see.
So
yeah, I just lost parlay, so that's cool. Womp womp.
Cool.
That's a side note,
yep,
though. But
so... Yeah, I made it to playoffs. Bert didn't. Rip.
If I fucking have to fight for fucking not to do the fucking thing, I'm gonna fucking...
It's looking bad. It's not looking good. Bert's really currently going against Tater right now, and Tater has a...
I'm gonna be going against him 3 weeks in a row, by the way. Who thought that was a good idea? What the fuck?
Yeah, the ESPN, I guess.
Fucking pricks. Jesus Christ.
Boy, Bert's currently behind almost 30 points to Tater here, so
and
he's got his kicker tomorrow. Yeah. You just can't get dead last in the consolation bracket, Bert. That's all.
I have to eat. Yeah, I have to eat Boo, and then who else?
Whoever loses.
Dude, isn't that fucking crazy though? My wide receiver 1 was out on a bye. My wide receiver 2 got hurt in fucking practice.
Mm-hmm.
My quarterback's on a bye.
Yeah,
what the fuck? Why?
That shit you got to look at for playoffs. You got to look ahead for that shit.
Christ. I mean, him getting injured, that's just kind of an L, but
that's why I traded for. Yeah, the injury you can't prepare
but all the
for,
buys,
but the bye weeks you could.
God.
That's why I traded for Rico Dowdle, was because Breece Hall and James Cook were both on bye weeks, and I needed that win too. I don't know if I won or not, but I needed it. So, like, you just got to look ahead into that shit.
Yeah.
But the injury, yeah, nothing you can do there. But another thing that's mid is I got to talk about a movie I saw recently.
Oh, fuck, okay.
It pissed me off so much that I do something I rarely do, and I turned it off before we finished it.
Okay.
And I started talking to my girlfriend about it, and she said, "Why are you yelling? Please lower your voice." And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to...
I need to remove myself from the situation.
Talk about this. Yeah. Yeah, before I catch another charge. Exactly. So, for what? Don't know. But I have a woman and animals in the house, so you can use your imagination.
Other currently breathing things.
They are alive. Cat's by my feet.
For now.
Woman is unconscious in the other room. Sleeping. Sleeping.
Of her own volition, not mine.
Yeah, on her own. Didn't fucking knock her out or anything.
I didn't put her in a rear naked choke.
But yeah.
For 12 seconds. Disregard her down.
Reverse fucking choke slam. So, first of all, I watched that movie with James McAvoy.
Oh, the one that I told you about?
Yep.
Okay. Wait, which one? The glass?
The one that you told me about.
I thought I talked...
The one you told me about.
Hear No Evil? Or Speak No Evil?
Yep.
Okay.
The one you told me about.
I know, I've been talking about a whole bunch of them. I forgot which one I talked about, though.
But the one that you told me about
with
James
right
McAvoy in it. That one. Correct. Oh. You were right at the beginning, and then we're like, wait. I gotta make myself gay here. So I watched it. It was a good movie. I liked it. I like those kind of horror movies. I realized, first of all, it was not a horror movie at all. It was like a fucking thriller
or whatever, yeah.
There was no horror in that, even a tiny bit. It was just some like weird serial killer couple thing. Boy. When there are big actors in horror movies, the movies are put together better, usually. The acting's better. It looks better. Looks clean. Things like that. Plot, not so much.
No, you could see right through it. It was paper thin. There's parts of it on like how it develops. Like, you know how it's going to end, but like how you get there is kind of maybe the interesting part, but I don't know.
The husband, the pussy husband, not the James McAvoy one, was such a fucking dumbass.
He was.
In this movie.
And so many things.
He was such a fucking dumbass. Just a piece of shit. Just, oh my gosh. Just, that is a guy that has low levels of T. Not
low
you.
T Andy.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he was a
He
bitch.
fucking...
Not a hoe.
You have boobies because you don't eat right and go to B-dubs every other day. He has boobies because he has low T. He was one of the worst main characters I've seen in a while. It's just such a pushover bitch over everything.
God, it was bad.
And there is a scene where they were driving away and the girl lost her stuffed animal or something, and they had to turn around and go get it because she was like spazzing out or something.
Yeah, she's having panic attacks and like couldn't breathe. And it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
We're scaring family's life because you're being
this is psychological. You actually can breathe. You're just choosing not to.
You're being gay.
Literally. So I told the fiance, I'm like, I would not turn around. She's like, yes, you would. I'm like, okay, cool. So then when they turned around and they went back, everything bad that happened after that, I'm like, remember, this is your fault. You made me come back and get this fucking bunny, by the way. I told her that. Like, literally, all of this is your fault. So, yeah, it was just, the dad was just conveniently a pussy pushover, and I that was annoying. But not as annoying as this other movie I wanted to talk about. This movie was fine. It really was. I enjoyed it. I was in it the whole time. Bunch of Can you tell me real quick why the little boy didn't have boobies?
What do you mean?
He didn't have boobies. Remember when he lifted up his shirt when they were in the bedroom to show the little girl his scars? He didn't have nipples.
He didn't?
Yeah, the one that didn't have a tongue.
What the fuck? That must have just
he
been
didn't have
another
nipples.
They must have just cut him off or something. I don't remember that.
Why? They cut his tongue off so he wouldn't talk to people, and they made him think he was retarded.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably because they're fucking little torturers. I don't know.
Okay,
maybe.
Cool.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
You're just wasting my
I think
time
I
now.
left that, but yeah,
So, I wanted to back up and answer that, but I'm back forward again.
Yep.
So, I have completely figured out what my biggest pet peeves in movies are by a long shot. This is something I have talked about before, but I could never really give a good example of this until I watched this most recent video that I had to shut off.
Yes.
So, the movie's called Krampus.
Okay.
It came out in 2015, and it's like the evil Santa Claus kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's the bad Santa. Santa Claus goes and handles the good boys and girls. Krampus handles the bad ones.
Shit's in the stocking and such.
Yeah, well, no, like more like skin the kids alive type of shit.
Yeah, I heard about
He doesn't
that.
just poo-poo in their stockings like fucking a Jack Black prank movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, I have an idea where this could go. Okay, lay it on me.
I don't know if you do. So this movie starts off more as a comedy, which I wasn't prepared for that.
Okay. Wait, what is it? What is it like sold as? Is it sold as a horror movie then?
It's a full-blown spooker, yeah,
okay.
But it's like almost along the lines of, it's like between like an actual horror movie and scary movie, like the parody movies that they make.
That's weird.
But it's not a parody. Like the acting in it was more comedic and obvious. Same thing with that Thanksgiving movie that came out a year or two ago, where they made a horror movie on Thanksgiving, and I watched that one, and that one was very satire as well.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like that Cabin in the Woods movie that we watched, where it was more self-aware of it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a parody, though. Like, it was not like superhero movie or scary movie 1, 2, and 3 or things like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It was in the middle. So one of the main actors is the fucking weatherman from Anchorman 1 and 2, the fucking guy that wears like the cowboy hat and shit. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And they were like super hardcore Republican, like saying the most stereotypical rifle and fuck the Democrats type of writing. It was very weird.
Uh-huh.
And my biggest pet peeve happened. So everyone came over for Christmas. So there's like these 20 people in this house. They all hate each other, but it's the holidays, so they got to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
The Krampus all of a sudden comes over the neighborhood and makes it a complete blizzard, complete whiteout. Electricity goes off. I mean, you can't really see anything. It is a terrible, terrible storm. Like they just got into the Antarctic or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And so nobody can leave. And they're all pissing and moaning and shit. And in the corner, kind of watching all of them, is the grandma, the family. She's like some little old German woman that just keeps like looking outside and like,
oh, okay,
boy, here it comes type of thing. It's like she's very silent and she's like, she knows what's happening, but nobody else does, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the movie progresses, and one of the people one of the fucking girls wants to go talk to her boyfriend down the street, so they just let her walk down there by herself, and then she disappears. She sees Krampus fucking hopping along the goddamn roofs.
What the fuck?
And then she like hides under a van and something. I don't know if she survives or not. Like I said, didn't finish the fucking movie.
She probably gets eaten. Who knows next?
And then they're just doing all of these comedy things like, hey, don't worry, I'll stay up and I'll watch kind of thing. Okay, you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. And then the very next frame, he's fucking sleeping away. Like, this is a horror movie, dude. But the interesting thing is the two dads, the fucking weatherman from Anchorman and the other dad, go out to look for the daughter, and they get attacked by something, Probably Krampus. Again, don't know. Didn't finish the fucking movie.
Okay.
And the guy's gun falls out, and the big Republican guy's gun falls out. The other pussy dad shoots at it, and then we come back to them running through the doors. The guy saved the other guy's life and stuff like that. So they got attacked by something.
Okay.
And the guys, like, they see the little footprints in the snow while they're out there, and the big hunter conservator goes, "I've hunted a lot of big game. Those are hooves." What the fuck why did you just flex there like that?
Okay.
Those are hooves?
Yes, sir.
Are you telling me I have to hunt big game for decades upon decades to know the difference between a fucking Carhartt boot print and hooves in the snow?
Yeah, 2 half
what
circles.
What the fuck is this?
That ain't an accident.
Yeah.
That's a
versus a size 12 and a half footprint? Like, what the fuck?
What are you trying to say here,
So,
bud?
see, I'm literally getting pissed. This is like country music. So, anytime I deal with folks like this, it pisses me off. So, they got attacked by some kind of something. They probably think it's an animal. Don't know what animal digging under the snow and grabbing you by your foot and then dragging you back and then let's go when you shoot at it or something like that. But whatever.
Sure.
They're back. They're all like on fucking zombie lookout duty. The fucking windows are bolted up. They got guns. They're watching and shit like that. And then all of a sudden, they're all sleeping. And this big chain with a hook on it drops down from the chimney. And on it is a little gingerbread man.
Okay.
And then everyone's sleeping, but this fat kid, he's like 10 years old, gets up and walks towards it like a fucking fish swimming towards a worm on a hook.
Okay.
He then bites into the cookie.
No way.
The cookie comes alive and starts screaming at the kid. And then hooks the kid and pulls him up the chimney. This wakes up the parents. They're all grabbing his feet. They're doing this tug of war thing with presumably Krampus on the other side. Say it with me. Didn't fucking finish it, so don't know. Fire's coming down. The kid's going. And then all of a sudden the parents slip out. Kid disappears kind of thing. Child is dead, probably. He's no longer with us.
Yeah, he's in a better place.
No, I don't think so. Not this one. So he was a dickhead.
Right on.
The parents are distraught at first, but then the old lady in the corner, she comes out and says, "I know why this is happening." And then does this whole gather around the campfire while I tell you the history of Krampus type of thing. So then she starts telling her backstory. By the way, the parents that probably just watched their kid get mauled to fucking death are completely just infatuated with this fucking story now.
They're not having like a fucking actual.
They're fine.
Panic attacks. Like
they're fine.
The girl from the last movie.
Yeah, exactly. They're just vibing, just listening to Grandma tell a story.
Fuck.
Their child just got torn apart, bone from bone. Saw style, but who cares? Let's listen to Grandma tell a story on fuck campfire here. They do flashbacks of when the grandma was a little girl. It's a cartoon. It's a little cartoon that they're doing this flashback on. Again, I think this movie was going for a more comedic tone. It sounds like it, especially when he bit into the gingerbread and it was alive and started screaming at him. I think it's going more the comedic route. By the way, my pet peeve has not happened yet throughout this entire thing.
Okay.
But all of that lead up was very important because now the pet peeve comes in.
Okay.
The grandma goes and she tells us big. I was not paying attention. I think I was grinding in Clash. I was just not paying attention to this movie anymore. But basically, some fucking big mystical legend thing happened when she was a little girl, and something about Krampus goes around and kills all the bad little boys and girls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. She then stops talking. And I don't know what he said verbatim, but the weatherman, who just lost his son, by the way, starts yelling at the grandma, saying, "Oh, enough is enough. You can't listen to these fairy tales." And turned it off. Turned it off.
Okay.
I don't believe in that fairy tale bull. Turn it off. You just saw a gingerbread cookie come to life, and it just hooked your fucking son like a largemouth bass up the fucking chimney. You saw it with your own 2 eyes. You got attacked by a monster with hooves on it outside. And then you have the audacity to say, this woman's speaking a bunch of hogwash right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, you cannot say that at this point in the movie. Now, maybe when the blizzard happened and she started telling that story, and he's like, yeah, I don't fucking believe any of that. Blow it out your ass, Grandma. It's just a fucking bad storm. Chill.
Yeah, I actually just realized.
Not after you just saw. And I can't even stress how immediate this fucking happened after the kid died. It hadn't even been 2 minutes after the fucker got sucked up the chimney where Grandma steps in and says, I need to tell you a story.
Mm-hmm.
Tells the story of the legend of Krampus.
Yeah.
And then immediately Dad's like, up yours, pussy. Monsters aren't real. I can't stand that anymore. I refuse it. I literally turned the fucking PlayStation off.
Yeah.
Oh, it fires me up so much. I can't stand that. That movie was already in the worst category it could be in, and then he just did that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't even enjoy this anymore.
No.
The same thing happens in ghost movies where they literally saw a ghost and somebody get possessed and they crab walk up to the ceiling and then they run out of the room and slam it and they're like, oh my God, we got to call a priest. And the guy goes, well, I don't believe in ghosts. Ghosts aren't real.
You're like, what just
Demons
happened?
aren't real. Like, and everybody just ignores it.
Go ahead.
Everybody in the movie just ignores it. And most of all, everybody in the real world ignores it too. IRL.
Yeah.
I guarantee if you watch that movie, you wouldn't even thought twice about the fucking husband saying, oh, fuck you. I don't believe in that fairy tale mumbo jumbo bullshit. Nobody would have even questioned that in the entire movie theater. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't believe in it? I tell you what, if I saw a fucking chain hanging in the goddamn chimney with a gingerbread on it that started screaming when a fat kid fucking ate it and then pulled him up the fucking chimney.
Up.
Yeah, I would immediately start fucking thinking what I thought was wrong. Clearly, something that I thought was not correct anymore. I'm sorry.
I'm at the Lord's mercy here.
Yeah, clearly I'm the one wrong here. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know why that one bothers me so much. I think it's just because like all of this other shit you have to just disbelieve. You just got to suspend your belief a little bit. It's a movie. It's not real. But that line there that happens in movies, now that I'm talking about in Burton Burger, guys, you're going to start noticing it more too. In horror movies specifically.
Yeah.
When something mumbo jumbo just happened, and then immediately after it, somebody says, I don't believe in that mumbo jumbo shit.
You're like, well, I hope somebody here
Same
does.
thing with Wonder Woman. When we went and saw that was always my example to where she was fucking running through no man's land, fucking projecting tank shells off her fucking wrist. People are like, so what's her deal? Oh, she's a god. Oh, I don't believe in gods. Okay, you better start changing your fucking mind, dickhead. I think this is what Jesus was talking about when he was talking about the Pharisees and their hearts were made of stone, where Jesus literally brought someone up from the dead and you're like, don't believe in you still. He's like, buddy, I don't know what you want anymore. Like, I really don't.
Fuck.
That's called, shutting your heart down to the Lord at that point. So, yeah, I turned that movie off. What do you think it is? You were about to say something. Why does that grind my gear so much?
I was just gonna say, I think it's like a combination of stupid shit. Because it's like, it's a certain personality, right? That normally does that. It's like the dumbass, ignorant, honky, for lack of a better term. And it's like, and you're also, like you said, suspending belief of all this other bullshit behind it. Or it's like, there's so many fucking X's in the dumbass category. There's so many, or it's like the whatever construction site. There's like 12 layers of fucking tape, and somebody goes through and still fucking walks into the wet cement. It's like, dude, what the fuck? You stupid
you could have turned
bastard.
around a long time ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's like Walking Dead season 8. and you come across somebody and you're like, what the fuck? Zombies aren't real.
Yeah. Well, go tell, yeah.
Where have you been?
You just wake up? Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been sleeping for 12 years? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I think that's a very black and white example, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like The Walking Dead season 8, waking up, I don't believe in zombies. But that type of stupidity is scattered across movies all over the place.
Uh-huh.
It is completely that obvious all the time, but you just don't realize it. So it just gets swept under the rug. Where no, when you think about it for a half a second, you'll realize that's like somebody in The Walking Dead saying zombies aren't fucking real in season 12.
Yep.
So, yeah, absolutely bothers me. One thing that does not bother me is the first ever B&B sponsor, the Moobaroo Store.
Yes.
It is time to shout out the first ever sponsor in Burton Burger history, the Moobaroo Store. You've heard of Duck Duck Jeep, where people leave little rubber duckies on Jeeps. Well, get ready for Moo Moo Subaru. Same thing as the ducks with Jeeps, but now it's cows, a.k.a. moos, with Subarus. Now, whenever you see a cool-looking Subaru, you can go moo that thing by placing a cute little cow with a card stating you've been mooed and start a brand new movement in your area.
The folks at the Moobaroo Store have endless options of moos to choose from, and you can check them all out by heading to their website at www.moobaroostore.com. They sent your cousins a box with a ton of different moos, including some custom Burton Burger ones. Also, the Moobaroo Store is holding a huge contest this holiday season with a ton of prizes. And if you are interested in checking that out, you can search www.moobaroostore.com/sweepstakes.
As a proud pumpkin orange Subaru owner myself, I've been wanting to be a part of the movement for quite some time, and with the Moobaroo Store, I can and so can you. So once again, go check out the moobaroostore.com to see their awesome collection of moos, and make sure you tell them that Burton Burger sent you.
All their links can be found in the description below, and thank you so much to the Moobaroo Store for the first ever Burton Burger sponsorship.
Yes, thank you very much. Once again, thank you to the folks at themoobaroostore.com. Thank you for sponsoring us. I've actually mooed, I think, 3 different Subarus now in my area.
Hell yeah.
I did one at the gym, I did one at the mall today, and then also today, when me and my grandma went to the grocery store, I did it there too. I was like, hey, watch this.
Yeah.
Waddled over with my sprained ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of tonight, Grandma?
Yeah.
Waddle over, put it on, drove away like a gremlin. I also moved my mom today, too.
That's awesome.
Forgot she has one, so gave her one. But yeah, thank you, Moobaroo Store. Quick update on the ankle. It's a lot better now. I can walk around on it pretty good. No running. I can run a little bit when I'm out with Ozzy. I'm like, oh, watch this. Run like 5 steps and hurts again. I just have like a really hard lump right where my ankle's at. I think that's where most of the damage was.
Yeah. Like on the side, the front, the back, or?
Yeah, the right side of the ankle. You know, like those bones that are like the little ball.
The big balls.
Bones on like, yeah. It's like right on the right ball.
The ball is just swollen.
Like right above it.
Oh, when your balls are swollen. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, my balls are swollen still. But, my whole foot was swollen. I don't know if you remember that when you were over, but like the toes, below the toes, the skin there, all swollen, even though the ankle was fucking rolled.
Yeah.
Sprained.
It just looked like somebody reefed a huge fucking lump of clay into a shoe and pulled it out.
Yeah, it looked like your brother's ankles.
It was a mess, yeah.
It was bad. It was crazy. So... No, it's a lot better. I basically walk without the boot. Now, if I go somewhere where I know I'm going to be doing a lot of walking, I'll throw it on. But yesterday when we were like at Goodwill, I was trying to like tiptoe around the slush because it's been snowing like a motherfucker here.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
When I was like straining my ankle like to keep it tight so I would keep it as dry as possible, it really fucked it up at fucking Goodwill or something like that.
Yeah.
Really was hurting there. So, nope, she's good, though. She's good. Sore still, but it's more sore rather than pain. We'll take that.
Yeah, that is good. That is good.
So, we're good there. Thanks for your prayers, Bert.
Yep, they're working. They're magic.
Mm-hmm. They are. So, speaking of magic, we're going to end with the favorite part of everybody's show here, the B&B Wired auto complete interview,
Hell yeah.
but B&B style. So,
Beification.
as always, this is when we take interview questions from Wired when they ask famous celebrity their most Googled questions, and they just read the questions out loud, and we just make it B&B style. So today we got Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence promoting their movie Passengers. So this was like a while ago, like 5+ years ago.
Okay.
So you're going to be Jennifer Lawrence.
Man, what the fuck?
As always, you the female. And I'll be Chris Pratt. And I've just come to the conclusion, hey, if we know we've answered these before, skip them, Bert. Okay, here we go.
Call.
Good call. All right, so starting with Jennifer Lawrence, which is my cousin Bert.
J-Law.
Is Bert a natural blonde?
Yes. People say my hair's
I
blonde.
wouldn't say it's blonde though, right? Is that like dirty blonde or?
Yeah, it's like closer to brown. If I go outside, it's blonde, but I don't normally go outside, so.
Is Bert good at archery?
Yeah. I bang him out. I haven't done it in a long time, low key. We should do it next time I come home. You said you never tried it before, have you?
Nope.
Yeah, we should try it.
Not with the serious one, no.
Yeah, I have a serious one.
I know.
Yeah.
We can try it out. Is Bert Hispanic?
A little bit. My grandma looks Mexican.
That's not the question.
So a part of me
just because she looks Mexican doesn't mean
so I'm probably 16th.
She is. Is she actually Hispanic?
¿Dónde está? No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay, then you're not Hispanic.
Oh, maybe Spanish. Maybe they're Spanish, actually. French Spanish? I don't know.
Is Spanish? Is that actually a thing? I guess that would be like from Spain,
no,
right?
Yeah, no. It would. Wait, what did you call it? Hispanic?
Mexican and Hispanic.
I think Hispania.
Latino.
That would be like, yeah. Well, what the fuck? It's Hispanic. Wait, hold up.
That's what I'm saying. Is there really people just called Spanish?
Yeah, Spaniard.
Really?
From Spain.
Well, Spaniard is way different.
Oh, actually, it's people, cultures, or countries related to Spain. So Spanish, Hispano.
Well, Hispanic is, I think, the actual word, right? First of all, I'm not going to argue this because I am way out of my fucking element here.
Hispanic versus Latino. Latino would be from like Mexico.
No, what's Hispanic versus Spanish?
Wow.
Because you said Spanish.
Yeah, Hispanic refers to individuals who are Spanish speaking or have a background in Spain.
Okay.
Or a Spanish speaking country.
I think
so. It's more.
Yeah. So I don't think people are really called Spanish people. I think they could, but I think it's typically more Hispanic is the term there. Which is what I was asking. Just like Jewish is a language and also a race, kind of thing.
But I think he would be Spanish.
Next question. Is Bert related to Zumbida Thorit? Don't know. Yep. Is Bert moving to Lincoln, Nebraska?
I hope not. Not my plan. Sounds like a shithole. Sounds boring, actually.
I think they get really bad winters there.
I think they probably do. It's also another cornfield state. I'm all set.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
What is my first questions here. What is Burger doing?
Okay. Touching his shit. Clashing.
I'm playing with my tallywhacker.
Yeah. You know.
Currently recording the B&B podcast. Rather be hung. What is Burger known for? I'm not really known for literally anything. Could die and act like I wasn't even here. Yeah, fuck, dude. Yeah. What is Burger like in real life?
A thug. Thug nasty.
What is Burger like in real life?
I don't know. A silly goose, maybe.
It really depends who's asking.
It really does.
Is it a family member? Because I'm naked around them a lot.
Uh-huh.
Is it coworkers? Because I'm not naked around them a lot.
True. I mean, that's the beginning. That's the foundation of
Yeah.
personality.
Are my clothes going to be coming off in this situation, or is there absolutely no circumstances where the clothes will come off? That's how you're going to figure out what type of person Burger is in real life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's kind of
That's a good answer.
a very broad question.
It is.
Burger from
massive.
Burger from Minnesota, maybe, possibly.
We're not from Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to ignore the next one because we've answered that, and I'm going to show Bert how it's done. And what knife is Burger using in Jurassic World? Really wish I was in it. All right, so next to the next questions. How did Bert become an actress?
S&D. Goodly.
Yeah. How was Bert discovered?
Sure
Wish you got discovered. Fuck, even if you were the star of the show, I'd fucking gladly stay in the shadow.
Yeah.
Fucking anything.
Peace.
How to contact Bert's agent?
Bat
Sure
signal.
wish we had one.
Bat signal with Ernie's head up.
Never really needed one.
No.
Tried to have one, but he was really obsessed with us making sure we didn't say manager. So he was very big man on words.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
How to be Bert for Halloween.
Oh my
This is a
god.
good one.
Curly wig.
You could actually dress up as Bert.
You probably could. It's like Lester Crest with curly hair. There you go. You did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just wear really boring clothes and have a curly wig on.
Dude, I've been mixing it up. I have a sweaty new situation. I am geeked. But yeah.
How was Bert's Vietnamese?
How's my Vietnamese? Every time we say
guess
that,
so.
it sounds wrong, but it's right.
Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't speak nothing like that.
I think not Burger. Fuck, that's me. Tater told me like he was doing some like old man accent. He's like, the only people that are not worth damn is people that step on your shoes and the Vietnamese.
Okay.
It's like some grandpa like Vietnam War vet joke or something like that. Like Vietnamese. Like they said the T at the end of that word.
Like that ain't right.
Crazy. It was part of the joke. The Vietnamese. It's like some shit Scott would say. Is Burger dead? No. Sometimes I wish I was.
Fucking A.
Now is one of those times. I'm gonna skip that one. What color is Burger's eyes? I think we talked about it. Mine are hazel. Burger related to Brad Pitt? Nope. Never really liked Brad Pitt that much. There's always those huge superstar actors and actresses that I feel like you would feel like there'd be a ton of stands out there for them, right? Like Taylor Swift fans are.
Yeah.
Like, you know when someone's a Swiftie.
Yeah.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Cruise, Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, some of the biggest actors of all time, literally all time. And I don't know like a single fucking like diehard, like, yeah, fucking Brad Pitt, let's go. Like,
yeah.
I've heard a ton of other actors that are like that, but not these guys.
Yeah, that is a good point. I was even, for a lot
weird.
of them, I've been thinking about what fucking movies they've even been in.
Well, I could name a bunch of them. I don't know.
I
actually kind of like Tom Cruise. I like his movies, but like, I don't like Tom Cruise is literally not even one of the best actors, like iconic, legendary. Like he's like up there, like with the Elvis and Michael Jacksons of the movie world. Tom Cruise is, and I don't know anybody that goes fucking bonkers for these guys. I don't know anybody that does.
Nope.
Like John Travolta's another one. I don't know if it's. I also think maybe it's because there are a ton of like younger actors that get a lot of fame, like Zendaya and Tom Holland, but that might be because the younger crowd more fanboys over him. While like Tom Cruise, like not gonna see a lot of damn dads be like, yeah, fucking Tom Cruise. So maybe that's because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like their big fans are more quiet, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make sense either, because people are like that with Michael Jackson still. And I know Elvis isn't as relevant today, but anytime I see an Elvis video, it's kind of weird. Every time I see an Elvis video, I go to the comments sometimes, and it's always about Elvis is the greatest there ever was. Elvis is such a legend. Elvis is the king. And it's like over and over and over and over and over again. It's kind of culty. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like, someone paying you guys to say this?
What the hell's going on?
So I don't know. The only reason why I say that, like, people like fan over the Beatles still and everything, but it's like these like big actors. Like, I don't know any diehard Leonardo DiCaprio fans.
No, I'm trying to think of like
Samuel
any
L.
actors
Jackson.
who really get anything crazy, but I think it's easier to get geeked over the body of work. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking of the actual product, right? Not as much the actors.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Robert Downey Jr. definitely gets it. I think Tom Hanks gets it. I think he's another one. Jim Carrey, when he was really popular, he got it a lot too. Where people would literally like go see their movies just because these people are in it.
It might be because those are more. Maybe not. I was gonna say they have more personality in those, but I mean that's not even right. I'm thinking more.
No,
maybe
that's 100% wrong.
No, I'm trying to think of what the difference is. But when you hear, it's like action stars versus like comedy, romance, not thriller, maybe thriller stars. I don't know.
No, definitely not thriller.
No, I don't. Even
that's definitely in the action.
Action, maybe, yeah.
It could be that. I mean, I don't know. People went very fucking crazy over Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone too. So, still do. So I don't know. It's just weird. It's only like a group of actors, because again, like then you get into other like spots, like I said, like Tom Hanks. Like, you know, a lot of like actual big Tom Hanks fans. Like you bring up Tom Hanks, people will say, "I love Tom Hanks. I love Jim Carrey. I love these guys." But I've never heard anybody say like, "Oh my god, I love Brad Pitt."
Other than like girls,
but it's weird.
He's hot or something, but. That's
well, no, not even that. Like, he's definitely not up there for like most attractive fucking
Brad Pitt.
people.
I thought he was the fucking meme. Where
no, he's not. Him. Maybe when he was, not anymore.
No,
not
anymore.
He's still very popular.
Yeah.
No, you're making a completely separate argument that's not relevant to this point here. Okay, next is Burger the worst? Yes, especially when I'm around this dickhead that likes to bring in fucking points. Is Burger the new Harrison Ford? See, I know a lot of people that fucking stand over Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Me being one of them. Is Bert married?
Nope, not even close.
Nope. Bert's never held hand with a bitch.
Nope. Ain't gonna neither. The rate we're going, ain't gonna neither. Don't even want to. Cross my arms. Not even kind of interested.
Yeah, so if you just had this big, beautiful woman right in front of you that wanted the whole drink, and you'd be like, no.
Mid, I'm saving myself.
That's called gay, by the way.
Nah, I probably would.
100% gay.
Just to say I did. Not because I want to.
Then I would just change it to, like, Bert's never hugged a bitch.
Exactly. I have hugged. That's it.
No, I mean, not like in a...
not in that way, no.
Game way, Bert. Yes, I've hugged our dying grandmother, too, as she breathed her last breath.
Yeah.
Cool.
I actually never got to do that.
Is Bert quitting Hollywood?
Yep. Quitting it by
now, here's one. It says, is Bert in epic rap battles of history? Bert is not in them, but what was your opinions of the epic rap battles? Those things were fucking ginormous when we were like in middle school.
Yeah,
maybe even elementary and middle school. I would say they started dying out when we got into high school.
Yeah, I always thought maybe when they first came out was like when I was prime, but when you were prime, what the fuck does that mean? When I was their prime audience, I guess, would make more sense.
Oh, okay.
I always thought they were...
That sounded kind of weird.
I always thought they
when
were
I became
cringe,
a man,
but
when I had my period and became a woman.
Yeah, but no, I always thought they were kind of cringe. But
so you weren't big fans of them?
No, not really.
I mean, they were definitely a part of like that huge YouTube movement of like
there's some of them
Smosh
are silly, but yeah,
Epic Mealtime and all of them shit. Like they were They were very, very popular. They're still making shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
When they were at their prime, I had no interest in them. I think I still was probably in my big Elvis phase at the time, to where it was like blasphemous to listen to other shit besides Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
They rapped, and I'm like, no fucking rap. So, but then when I got into high school and like college, I would literally buy their singles and listen to them over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I would fucking jam to these motherfuckers. It was one of the most random fucking phases I've ever went through.
Yeah, that's an odd one.
Oh, like these would be in my top 5 in Spotify if that was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking gosh. Now that I realize it, like think back, I've never really thought of this. Like that was fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird. But I think what fueled it is when I was younger, and even now, I'm constantly thinking of like these cool YouTube videos or even movies I would make if I were some Hollywood actor, and like these scenes that I would have to certain songs. And I feel like a lot of us have done this before, kind of thing where you just make up your own scenes to music or movies and things like that.
Mm.
And I had some like idea that was like some carpool karaoke thing to these songs, and you'd have like different people do different parts.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fucking cringe now thinking about it, but when I was fucking younger, I thought that would have been the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And honestly, like it probably would have been cool because, I mean, you remember those days, like that shit was pretty popular on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Doing that kind of shit. So it probably would have been pretty dope at the time, but now it'd be like really fucking cringe.
Yeah.
Really cringe. So yeah, I would fucking jam to those goddamn things.
I remember like there was a select few of them that weren't too bad, but
yeah, it was almost, I don't use this word lightly, but it was kind of autistic.
Yeah, a little bit. Sometimes they have, sometimes it's accurate.
Yeah. Now today I will say they still bop. Even today, like some of their music does bop way more than you think it would. I think that's like what they were really good at, is they would do rap battles of famous historical legends, like rap battling against each other.
Mm.
And it was always like musically sounded very good. Like even if you went back and listened to it now, like they still fucking bop.
Yeah.
It's almost like bopping to the fucking Skibbity song though at this point. Like you can't take it seriously.
It's kind of that same level, yeah.
Yeah, it is. But when I jammed to them, I listened to them like it was a legit song. I fucking would just ignore the humor part in it.
Yeah.
Is Burton Dancing in the Stars? Obviously not, but did you ever watch that show or anything?
Yeah, I watched it sometimes when it was on. I'd sit down on the floor, crisscross applesauce, like a baby.
And would you actually watch it?
I'd watch it a little bit. I'm like, yeah, cool, I can't do any of that, and I never want to.
Okay.
I'm good.
Cool.
I'm good. I want nothing.
After AFV, that's all I remember. I used to love AFV as a fucking kid.
Yeah, I used to watch shit out of that too. That was like a fucking, all I remember watching anything on TV was me like getting like deathly ill, drinking Gatorade, and watching weird ass TV. Like
Thank you. Okay. Glad you fucking finished that up.
Yeah.
It's one image I remember is getting deathly ill, drinking Gatorade. Then you pause. Like, huh, nice. Sounds like your dad did something
while
to you
watching weird TV like that.
Remember it.
That was like one of those
there
midnight.
You go. That's the important part.
That was like a midnight kind of like you wake up and you're like, oh, wiping drool off your face, and it's like AFE, just like random videos of like fucking dogs jumping.
Yeah, I don't remember it like that, but you had cable and stuff. Like mine was like the local station, so it was
with wolves.
No, I didn't. I lived in the complete opposite. I lived in the middle of nowhere with cows. I would rather live in the woods with wolves. Okay, it was worse than that. There was nothing.
Everything
there
was
were no trees.
There weren't even
it
bugs.
was cows and nothing. Holy fuck and corn. God damn.
Fucking corn.
Yeah, but AFV was like a scheduled thing. It came on every Sunday at 7 a.m. from 7 p.m. to 7:30, and then Extreme Makeover Home Edition would come on from
That shit
7:30 to
bang,
8 o'clock.
too.
And then maybe that came on from 8 to 9. I don't remember. I just remember American or Dancing with the Stars came on. I actually bought a book. So Ty Pennington was the main guy in Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the main guy. He'd be the guy in the microphone, and he'd be like, "Good morning, Adam's family," and then he'd say their names and shit.
Yeah.
He wrote a book, and I got it today, so I'm a read about this honky after I'm done with Coach Jimmy Johnson. Okay, last one, and then we'll call it. Nope, never mind. You got one more after this. Kinburger French braid.
I can.
I can't even make a fucking ponytail, so no.
I can do both.
When is Burger hosting SNL? I've never liked SNL. I've tried to watch it. It is so cringe. Just cannot do it. I think it's one of the most overrated fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I think it's SNL. The only thing I really like, and I think it's that, I don't know who the fuck it is, the skits where it's the white guy and the black guy, and then they write racist jokes for each other, and they have to say it as a news anchor. I think that's kind of silly. I don't know if that's them or if that's something else, but...
Well, the occasional
yeah, they have like
skit is always going to be
sitting
fine.
down and watching the whole thing. You're like, this is death.
Yeah,
This
no,
is AIDS.
I'm just not a comedy person like that. When people actually try to be funny, where it's like the kid at the fucking in the classroom that's trying to be funny. It's just not.
Yeah.
Doesn't work for me. When did Burger move to Washington? Haven't. Wanted to for a while, then realized Seattle is a very fucking dangerous and shithole place to live, so changed my mind on that.
That's good.
Did Burger kill Osama bin Laden?
Thought about
So
it.
I'm a guess this is about Chris Pratt in the movie or TV show he's playing in where he's like some Navy SEAL or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're talking about real Chris Pratt.
IRL.
How did Burger got famous? Okay. Keep rubbing it in, Wired.
Nice.
Why does Burger like the Seahawks? Okay, so yeah, I think it's because Chris Pratt is from Seattle. All the Washington, or he's from Washington or something. I actually did like the Seattle Seahawks for a little bit. When I first got into football and I made a player that got drafted, I was just going to randomly have that team be my favorite team for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. No, that was going to be my favorite team. Like, all right, whoever drafts me, that's going to be my favorite team. First team to do that was Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that was my favorite team for very, very little. A few weeks, maybe a few months. That was it.
Fuck.
Then it was the Seahawks. And I'm like, okay, next person that gets me that's going to be my favorite team. And it was the Seahawks. So I actually liked them for a while. I want to say I liked them for like half a year to a year or something like that. Okay. I really liked the Seahawks for a while. Then I guess I wanted to do it again and tried it with a different team, and it was the Raiders. And I said, fuck that shit. That's a gay team. It's a boring team. It's literally just a skull. Just a skull and a shield. Oh, I'm not doing that. So I deleted that guy, redid everything, got to the draft. Raiders got me again.
You're like, yeah, it's a sign.
Have not turned back.
Yeah, somebody's trying to tell me something.
I think I was 12. I'm 28 now.
That's how legends are made.
That means I've been a Raiders fan more often than not.
That's crazy.
What
the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what it was with that. I think because I grew up going to my grandma's house, going to NFL Network, watching a lot of history of the NFL and stuff like that, big famous teams and players throughout the years. And I think the Raiders are the ones that I really liked most of their history. And then, you know, I look back now and look at some of those videos, like the one that I sent you that I know you still haven't watched yet.
No way.
Where the way they would just tackle people back then, it was just straight up murder.
Mm-hmm.
One guy literally made someone paralyzed, like he's in a wheelchair. And he said, I'm not going to apologize.
Doing my job. So was he.
I have no regrets for the way that I played.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. You don't have to say sorry, but fuck. Send him a rose or something. Damn.
Please, Lord.
And it wasn't just like a normal tackle, too. Fucking very illegal one. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
It just stuck with me ever since. And then I had that one dream with Derek Carr, and I really dove in deep there. So. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was like a fan of the Raiders and I didn't even realize how bad they were. Like Jamarcus Russell is my favorite player for a long time. You can ask Tater at his jersey. I wore that thing all the time in high school. Jamarcus Russell is known as the biggest bust in NFL history. He is literally the fucking worst quarterback to ever step foot on a goddamn football field.
I was about to ask
He's
what defensive
absolutely
position
terrible.
he played. So.
He's a quarterback. He was drafted first by the Raiders. You know who was drafted number 2? Calvin Johnson by the Lions.
Oh.
Fucking Raiders went and got Jamarcus Russell, some big fucking fat guy that was like 300 pounds at quarterback. Terrible fucking player.
Sounds like they
I loved him.
ass
I love that.
Fucking.
I love that dickhead so much. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I love that fucking guy. All right. Can Bert cry on cue?
Yeah. Maybe not that way.
I don't think you can do it. Yeah, in that
I can
way,
make
but
water
think
come
you
out
could
of my
force
eyes.
yourself to cry. Yeah, that's a bit different than crying on cue.
Yeah.
Bert, just watch Bert like just plug his nose and blow real hard.
Yeah.
Can Bert speak Spanish a little
A
bit?
little bit.
Can Bert
you?
eat that whole pizza?
Yeah. No.
Yes, you could. Don't you fucking lie.
I've done it once or twice.
I was gonna say, I know you can.
I really don't have a ton of volume though, which is well, I do it in a special case, but it's weird because it's like not if you've eaten like if you eat nothing all day and then you go in and try and eat a whole pizza, it doesn't work. I feel like you kind of got to stretch
your
out.
stomach shrunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then go on.
That's not. You're coming up with limitations now. The question is, can Bert eat the whole pizza?
Yeah.
And yes, he could.
Yes, he can.
Can Bert play the oboe?
No.
Obi? Is it obi or oboe?
Oboe.
The instrument?
Yeah, it's definitely an oboe.
What is that? That's got to be something you blow in, right?
It is. It's a
like
wind
some
instrument.
brass. I'm thinking it's brass.
Nope. It's like a flute, but different. It's like a thick flute.
Oh, this looks like
and
a
you blow in
clarinet.
the tip of it instead of sideways. It's like a clarinet.
Why would you go with flute?
Well, because I don't
when
remember the name.
describing
I just
this
do as close
motherfucker?
as I can.
Dude. You got
Recorder, I guess. I don't know.
Look at this
words
fucking
don't come to me.
thing, and you tell me where the fuck
It's like a big old flute.
flute is in on that goddamn thing. Literally, one of the first things it says is oboe versus clarinet.
Bro, who remembers the word clarinet?
Fucking flute's kind of gay. Squidward plays the clarinet. I mean, come on. Last question.
True,
Can
but he's
I
a G.
marry Bert? Go right the fuck ahead.
Please.
Please, he says, even though he says not gonna. All right, so that is it for the B&B Wired Autocomplete interview. We love doing these. Hopefully you guys do too. Do what I do, Bert, and skip over the questions like, is Burger left-handed? Did Burger play in Star Wars? I mean, come on, baby. We can make it fun. Don't ruin this, whatever you fucking do.
Trying.
But one thing that's not ruined is our love for you. Thank you all. If we made it into your Spotify Wrapped, please let us know. We have the details on our end. We know we did make it into some Wraps. You fuckers just aren't saying anything. So do your part before I... Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So let us know. If we made it into your Spotify Wrap. But other than that, thank you very much for listening. We're just trying to bring a little bit of the family element to the podcast world. And don't forget, at the end of the day, it's still comedy. Please calm down.
Chill.
Even. And until then, we'll see you in the next one, Buttweet. See ya!
Later.
Your top song was I Don't Think We Can Be Friends by Boy With Uke. You were in the top 0.01% of listeners globally.
I thought you dumped him.
You streamed it 102 times starting on January 1st.
Holy shit, okay.
Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, hang on.